Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Nick here, CEO at Masar Capital. So today I'm doing a quick presentation regarding the Heart of Europe project in Dubai on the World Islands. So we're focusing on a couple of hotel investments here. So I want to take you through the master development as a whole, and then we can narrow down on the specific projects that we're working on and give everyone a really strong insight into what they can expect in this world first community. So let's get on with it. Today we'll cover off, I'll do a quick intro to myself. We'll have a look at a project video. We'll look at the master community, who's developing it, so the developer's profile, a look at the specific hotels and the highlights of those. We'll run some numbers, look at the purchase process, payment plan, look at the investment case and why to actually invest here, frequently asked questions, and then just finish off with a quick segment about our agency. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll be well informed of the project itself. So that image you see in the background is the heart of Europe. So there's six to seven islands being developed. And as you can see, this is very close to the Dubai shoreline, about 15 minutes away. And this is what you can expect in terms of the finished product. And by the way, a lot of it has been developed already, as you'll see at a later stage. So who am I? So I'm the CEO of Masar Capital. So my job is to work with developers and investors every day, bring those products to our investors. We hand pick them from the options that are out there and make sure our guys are getting the best opportunities on the market. So I own Masar Capital, which is a regulated agency in Dubai. And then I also own a company in the UK called Track Capital, which is more focused on that local market. But either way, I've got years of experience advising investors, working with developers and making sure, we're doing our investors well. So we do have an office in Business Bay with a team in the UK as well. So if anyone wants to meet face-to-face, let us know. And obviously I've been working on these types of developments for years in terms of hotel, residential, commercial, etc. So I'm in a good position to advise. And our job is to basically help our investors go from start to finish. So whether that's help with, consultancy and sourcing, choosing products, what developers to choose, what locations to go for, property management, mortgages, and everything in between. We can help you from start to finish and make sure that process is as streamlined as possible. So here's a bird's eye view of Dubai. This image is a few years old, but you can get an idea of it. Obviously, it's a lot more built out now, Dubai, given the pace of development. So down here, you'll see the Burj Al Arab, and then obviously you've got the Palm Jumeirah here. Then, as you can see, you've got a series of islands just off the coast here. Now, these are collectively known as the World Islands, and then these 6 or 7 islands here is called the Heart of Europe. So these 6 or 7 islands themselves are called the Heart of Europe, and basically a developer has built these out. None of the other sites are developed. I think there's one other island which is developed, which I believe is Lebanon, but the Heart of Europe is the only sort of mega complex which is there and will be for years to come. So basically, to get to the islands, there's a shuttle boat which will be running for guests continuously, 24 hours a day, and it takes about 15 minutes. You leave from just next to the Burj Al Arab, and then 15 minutes later you are on site. So again, here's that image we saw earlier. So you've got a few hotels here. You've got mega palaces here, they're calling them, luxury beachfront private villas here, and then all sorts of resorts and amenities in between. So there's a couple of really unique differentiating factors about this development, which we want to take on board. So first, underwater hotel with gym and spa in the world. First dedicated wedding hotel. You've got floating and underwater living experience. In other words, you can effectively have an aquarium in your living room. First coral institute in the region. Dedicated 5-star family hotel. You've even got rainy streets, which you literally walk down these streets on what's effectively the middle of Dubai, and you can have the experience of it raining, believe it or not. And then they've got like an outdoor snow plaza as well. So really, features designed to attract visitors, attract guests, and make the development stand out. So in terms of the islands themselves, it's a mega project. Okay, so it's a $5 billion valuation of the entire build. 4,000 units to be delivered, 2,000 employees with 4,000 jobs to be created, and over 51, attractions and events going on. And it's made up of 15 resorts and spas. So, as I mentioned, it's very, very large scale. Now, I visited the site a few weeks ago, and I'm just going to run that video now. The audio is not the greatest, but hopefully you can see the site itself. And we would have sent out this video to our investors as well. So take a look at this, and it will give you an idea of what you can expect from the heart of Europe. We won't watch the entire video. We'll watch a quick introduction, and then we'll go on to the hotel section. So this is us approaching the islands on a boat. These are hospitality suites and floating villas, they're calling them.
Hi guys, I hope you're well. Nick here, down at the heart of Europe. This is a series of man-made islands. We are offering various opportunities here, from these stunning seahorse villas, which I'm stood on now, from 16 million dirhams, 2 floors, 2 bedrooms, underwater views of fish, believe it or not, and obviously stunning rooftop terraces and jacuzzis.
So I'm just going to skip forward now.
From Ireland, just up Europe.
So let's have a look at this one. So what we're about to watch now is the main hotels that we're focusing on, which is Monaco, Nice, Saint-Tropez, and Cannes. So that's what they've named the hotels after. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of those hotels specifically, which, as you can see, are ready.
We've arrived. We are now at the Monaco 5-star hotel in the heart of Europe. So as you can see behind me, absolutely incredible palm trees, shoreline, stunning views across the Arabian Gulf. We're 4 kilometers from the Dubai shoreline, just 15 minutes in a boat. Now this development is ready. So as I say, it's a 5-star hotel. It's ready right now. It's going to be welcoming guests from August. Incredible pool we'll have a look at later, and on-site facilities. As mentioned before, you can secure an 8.33% net return here, contractually guaranteed for a 12-year period. So once in a lifetime opportunity to buy a hotel investment on a private island in what some people are calling the Maldives of Dubai. So now we're poolside. As you can see, this pool is absolutely huge. It's even got a floating DJ booth, which is portable. And there's a couple of hotels parallel to each other here, but you can each have their own large-scale pool. So absolutely incredible. If we go over to my right and your left, you can see a 1-bedroom unit here on the ground floor with their own private pool. And then if you pan around even further, you can get an idea of how close you are to the beach, the water, the palm trees, and a stunning skyline view across Dubai on the islands.
Okay, so hopefully that gives you an idea of the specific hotel projects that we're working on, the Monaco one. And then just to the rest of the video, it's more of a focus on some of the other opportunities like villas and the larger scale palaces which are available. So this is me just entering one now. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a good idea of what to expect there. Now, the reason I showed that last bit is because it's the same developer that's doing the entire project, the Kleinlist Group, and that gives you an example of the type of product that they're delivering there. So custom Bentley furniture, this is a 127 million dirham property. I think it's about 27 million pounds. So very, very large scale, some of these properties available, but the hotel units are starting from 1.4 million. So Yeah, here's just a brief overview, as I've explained earlier. 67 islands being developed by the Kleinlist Group, many world firsts, incredibly incredibly unique. And yeah, there's a lot happening within this development. Here to the right, you can see the hotels where I was stood in front of earlier, and obviously the Dubai skyline in the background. And then on the left, a computer-generated image of the finished product. Here's sort of cafe / bar area. As you can see, very, very large scale. And let's go on to the developer themselves now. So the guys that are doing it, again, they're a huge, huge company. They're the largest European developer in Dubai. They've been operating for over 30 years. I think they're at 2,000 employees now, but it does mention 1,500 here. The key point for us is that this project is largely finished. Okay, so the Monaco Hotel is opening any week now. They have an extensive track record, and we've got all the draft contracts and everything for investors to review as well. So the actual back end, the structure, the security, the risk profile is very, very low. Big developer, legal agreements, finish item, and obviously in Dubai itself, which is an extremely safe market to invest in. So now we're going to focus on the specific hotels. So as you can see here, this is an overview image, and you've got Monaco, Nice, Cannes, and Saint-Tropez. So effectively, it's a mega hotel, and then they're selling off the units to investors and offering an 8.33% return for a 12-year period. So here's the inside. Again, I've stood in these properties. I've seen the finished product and what they're like. This is a 5-star hotel rated by the Dubai Tourism Department of the government. So yeah, it's really, really incredible. So 8.33% net, guaranteed for 12 years, no service charges, no maintenance fees. You just get that amount paid into your account. Option to renew after 12 years. So you can renew for a further guaranteed return, or you can take a revenue share. No construction risks, no delays. The product's ready, it's being delivered, and it's good to go. It's very, very unique. Obviously, just the sheer nature of the project, being a private island off the coast of Dubai. It's got many world firsts. This is going to, once it's, operational and visitors start coming, you'll see a lot more press around this, and the profile will grow. But now is the time to getting at base pricing from the developer and invest and then benefit from when that reputation does increase more positively. 14 3-day stay per year. So you go there for a couple of weeks holiday. Prices from just under 1.4 million dirhams, and you can use a mortgage. So in some cases, you can invest from a deposit as low as 15%. And if you're a non-resident, you're looking at around a 40% deposit requirement. So you can use a mortgage, or you can purchase the property outright. We do have ready options and off-plan options as well. So if you wanted to stage payments, if you're expecting capital to come liquid at a later date, then you can look at an off-plan option and just make staged payments. And don't forget, in terms of your exit strategy, you can sell in the open market at any time. So as soon as you want to sell, you speak to any agent in Dubai, maybe get a couple of people working on it, list the property for sale, and then you'll no doubt have investor interest. And as I said earlier, it's ranked 5 stars by the Dubai tourism sector. Department of the government. So just in terms of project highlights in looking at Monaco, all suites have balconies and panoramic views. So views of the pool and views of the beach, because obviously it is a beachfront property. It's going to be the largest pool in the Middle East with 3 lagoons. You're going to have fitness spas, billiards rooms, a beach club. It is more of a lively party resort. That's the crowd that they're going for, just because that sees significant demand in Dubai. You do have the ultra, high-end luxury hotels, which are a bit more quiet. But in terms of getting the crowd through the doors and generating as much revenue as possible, this is the sector of the market where they want to be focusing on. And they're going to obviously have, plenty of restaurants and dining options on site as well. So here's a room example. Here's just an overview again of the facilities on site. So sea views, lagoon views, swimming pools, beach access, beach club, fitness facilities, squash courts, shops, the rainy street that I mentioned earlier, the snowy street, and there's a couple of the restaurant names as well. Here's a shot of what the pool could look like in one of the hotels. Okay, so here's an overview of the prices and completion, or the completion date more so. So here's the breakdown of the 4 hotels. So you've got Monaco on the left, which is ready now and opening in September, i.e. this month. You've got Nice, which is projected for completion in Q2 2023, Cannes Q4 2023, and then Saint-Tropez Q2 2024. So a few different options. We're mostly focused on Monaco at the moment because it's ready. However, we can access project units in these hotels as well. The payment structure, as I said, for Monaco, because it's ready now, you can either pay 100% down payment or you can use a mortgage and just pay off that. But your return and your ROI is going to start as soon as the sales and purchase agreement is signed. If you do want to go for the off-plan option, then you're looking at a 25% down payment, 25% after 3 months, 25% after 6 months, and then 25% on handover. So we'll just run through some frequently asked questions now. So first up, I've covered that one. Can we sell the unit at any time? Yes, you can sell in the open market at any time you want. What are the costs involved in buying? So a couple of things to think about. You've got the 4% Dubai land apartment fee, which is standard across the board, 5% VAT because it is a hotel/commercial product, and then just over 5,000 dirhams in terms of an administration fee for the Côte, which is obviously compulsory. So they're the charges to think about. What happens after 12 years? You can either renew the contract and guarantee and continue with your guarantee, or you can do a revenue share with the developer where they take 60% of the income to operate the property and the costs associated with that, and then you'll take 40% in terms of the revenue, which is the standard split for hotel investments in Dubai. But after a 12-year period, you can expect extremely high ROIs and rental yields on this product, just because it's so unique and so difficult to develop. The competition level here is very, very low, just because logistically it's such a challenge to build on these islands and make it self-sustainable as well. Who's the legal agreement with? So that's going to be directly with the developer. There's no third parties involved. You're contracting directly with the large developer. Are there service charges? No, there's no service charges involved. How long's the free stay? 14 days per year. Who is managing it? It's going to be the developer themselves, which are managing it. So as I say, they're going to be taking care of the entire development from start to finish, which is really great for investors because there's one dedicated point of contact. Very easy to speak to them, very transparent company. We've already got investors in here earning income. So, it's very, secure and safe with a proven track record. Are there mortgages available for residents and non-residents? Yes, there are, but the deposit levels will change. As I mentioned, for residents, you can look as low as a 15% deposit. So you can invest here for very, very low capital outlay. Or if you're a non-resident, you can look at, 30, 40% deposit levels being required. Are there legal contracts there for review? Yes, we do have draft contracts. And are viewings available? Yes, we can arrange viewings and you can jump on a boat and go to the islands and get a tour as well. So why invest? Here's a bit of an investment case and a couple of the points that I would be thinking about if I'm an investor. If I'm researching, doing my due diligence, what does this product offer over other options in Dubai? Why is it, something that I should consider? So I'll just reel off these 10 points now. So firstly, it's the most attractive return on the Dubai market, 8.33% net for 12 years, which is renewable. Now, the reason that's important is, one, because you get a strong ROI, which is unmatched and market leading. And two, when you come to sell, you can say to the next investor, say, for example, you sell in year 6, you can say to the next investor, oh, you've got 6 years guaranteed rent there. And if you want, you can have another 12 years after that. So in terms of the long-term income generation of the property, it's very, very attractive for both current owners and future owners. Number two, it's extremely limited in terms of supply. As I mentioned, this has taken this developer years and years. We're at 5-6 years now to build out this community. It's extremely challenging to develop. Well, it's hard to develop anyway, but let alone developing on, these islands off the coast of Dubai. It's just for materials, delivery, staff. It's just a logistical nightmare, to be honest. So it takes a lot of effort, a lot of planning, a lot of working with the Dubai government and authorities, a lot of working with the master developers, who's Nikhil. It's extremely challenging. So it's not like a developer can just, build a hotel on the island next door. It takes years and years and a great level of investment and financial commitment to do so. As a result, the supply is extremely low. It's the same principle as the Palm Jumeirah, right? This is an island. It's got limited supply, a limited amount of development. Land is at an ultra premium there, and it's the same model effectively, except it's more challenging because you can only access it by a boat. So that's something to think about as well. Supply and demand ultimately drives values, and limits in supply and high demand is what's going to put pressure on the prices and enable our investors to see long-term attractive capital growth. Number 3, occupancy rate. So Q1 this year, Q2, Dubai had the highest occupancy rates in the world. I'll put the link there to the article. You can have a look, but this is a market which sees huge visitors numbers from all over the world, Europe out to Canada and America, and then right over to the likes of Russia and the Chinese, obviously being dominant investors in the market as well. So it's really interesting and really important for investors to know that the underlying demand in terms of visitors and investors is exceptionally high. Number 4, no construction risk, especially if you're buying in Monaco. It's done, it's delivered, it's finished. Simple as that. Number 5, solid sales and purchase agreement. So as I say, we've got the draft contracts we can issue to investors, but we've gone over them. We've had investors go over them. We've had investors' legal teams go over them. It's very safe, very robust, and there's no major red flags. Number 6, obviously you get your free 2-week stay per year, which is nice if you're going to come and visit Dubai. Number 7, it's a passive income generator. So it's truly fully managed. You're not going to have tenants calling you. You're not going to have management companies calling you. We need maintenance here. You've got to pay for this. The tenant hasn't paid. We're going to do an eviction. There's deposit issues. None of that at all. You earn stable, consistent income, the same amount every month consistently until you sell the property. And that amount is at a market leading level. So really attractive in that sense. Passive income in its truest form. Dubai property market performance was recently described as the most attractive prime market in the world by Savills. The values here, especially for prime and ultra prime property, are going through the roof. Villas are seeing 25-30% value growth in recent years at that end of the market. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of capital and a lot of funds come into Dubai, especially from other areas of the world now. We're seeing obviously Russian capital was extremely aggressive coming into here after the crisis. And then also we're seeing a lot from Western countries and European countries now, just with, talks of recession and the cost of living increasing. We're speaking to investors daily, and people are looking to diversify their portfolios from abroad. They're looking for extra income. They're looking to effectively deploy their capital in different markets. And Dubai is a great opportunity to do that for a number of reasons. Value increases, the education here, healthcare here, low tax rates here, the weather here, the social and fitness scene. All these factors are driving people to visit Dubai and driving people to stay in Dubai, which again has a positive impact on property values. Consistency and certainty. So number 9, no hidden charges, no fluctuation, no ups and downs, anything like that. As I said, it's that stable, nice and stable return. And lastly, I've just mentioned here the world's busiest airport and the brand of Dubai continuing to grow. So we're seeing it year in, year out, tourist numbers increasing. The government wants to drive population growth here from 3.3 million, where it is now, up to 5.8 million by 2040. And these, transient numbers coming through in terms of visitors, through whether that's because it's the world's busiest airport or the world's highest hotel occupancy rates. These people come, they visit, and then a subsection of those people will go on to buy in Dubai. So the more people coming through Dubai, the better the property market performance. So hopefully that gives you an overview of the master community, the developer, and the hotels that we're looking at. The booking process: first stage, you choose a unit. We'll take your passport copy and contact details. We'll send you the payment request for a 30,000 dirham a booking fee. The developer will then issue you your sales and purchase agreement. You'll then pay your full balance, whether that's deposit or the balance for the property itself. Then your returns start. Very prompt, your returns. They'll be paid from the minute you sign the SPA, or they start to accrue from that stage. So you can start generating income immediately, and you will get your title deed. You'll get your income before you get your title deed. That's how quick it is. So just lastly, why would you use us? Well, firstly, let's look at that image there. So that's one of what we're calling the suite, or what the developer's calling the Sweden Beach Palaces. So these are the ultra premium. This is one from the video, so I've stood in this. ultra premium property, 127 million dirhams. As you can see, effectively a private island you're buying there. So really, really incredible. But you've got to be highly vetted to buy here, right? So we've had footballers, royal families purchase. This is to give you an idea. If you want to buy one of these, the other owners have to approve it. So it's extremely exclusive and high end, as you can imagine. So just quickly then, an overview of Masar Capital, direct to developer pricing. So if you buy by a developer or you buy by us, we're going to give you the same price. However, we can give you a lot more support and be your point of contact on the ground here in Dubai. We don't charge any fees. We've been to the site. We know this site and we know other sites and the hotel investments in Dubai. So it's a great point of comparison and we can pass that knowledge over to you. As I say, we've already had investors buy here. We know the contracts inside out and we can relay that knowledge to you. No admin sourcing or commission to pay in terms of fees. We're regulated by RERA, so obviously we've got strict operational policies. After sales service, if you get 6 months into it and you've got questions, you want to sell, or you need construction updates if you've bought off plan, you want to arrange site visits, you want us to go and visit for you, we're here to hold your hand all the way up to the point of you exiting the investment. So it's a massive advantage for you to use an agency rather than buying direct through the developer. Again, impartial advice we can offer. We can offer referral fees as well if you have anyone within your network looking to invest. And we do have, as I say, access to all the properties within this master community we have access to. We work very closely with the developer. So yes, we can work with the investment focused, entry-level hotels from 1.4 million dirhams right up to, 16 million, up to 125, 127 million dirham hotels and, villas and palaces as well. So there's plenty on offer. Couple of testimonials here. I won't read these out, but you can have a quick look through. And that's it, guys. So I didn't want to make the presentation too long. If anyone wants any more details, just let me know. You can WhatsApp me. My number's there. You can email me or you can visit our website, masarcapital.ae. More than likely, you've been speaking to one of my sales team. So you can just message me on these contact details here and I'll put you in touch and let the guys know that you wish to get further information, etc. Anyone that wants to arrange meetings or viewings, we've got a few options. So firstly, we can do it virtually via Zoom and Google Meets. If you're overseas, we can give you a thorough presentation. Number two, you can meet in our office in Business Bay and we can talk through this and other projects. Number three, we can meet in the developer's office on Dubai mainland. And number four, we can jump on a boat and go and visit the islands themselves. Again, you can do it in a couple of hours. So yeah, maybe take the afternoon off work and we can go and visit the site and you can go and see the finished product from yourself and really get an understanding from the developer team about, what they're about, what they're delivering, their story and why it's a viable investment. So hopefully that helps, guys. Get in touch. Any questions, any further information. As I say, we don't charge any fees. We're here to support you and make sure you're getting a solid investment so you can introduce your friends and come back to us in the future. That's our motivation. So I look forward to speaking to you soon and yeah, catch up then.